welcome to KRÜG'S Review. Here we are. I've finished the Haunted Mansion, the Lego Haunted Mansion. And I'm telling you what, this took about 8 to 10 hours. I don't know exactly, about 8, 9 hours. 3,200 pieces, and this thing is something else. And it's not just a static piece of sculpture here, if you will, but it actually does a few things. If you can tell, I'm going to open this up in a little bit, but this mimics sorry, I shouldn't have stood up. I got Edison behind me. I'm about ready to squish him. This mimics the Tower of Terror ride, which I believe is at Disney World or Universal, one of those two places in Florida. I've been on it, but I'm trying to remember. It seems like it was MGM at the time I was on it, but that was a long time ago. And if any of you remember, there was a movie, Tower of Terror, which was pretty good. But this has that ride in it, and I'm going to open this up and show you this. This is really interesting. I have to be careful because although this is very sturdy, most of it, the roof tiles tend to, some of them come loose at the top where there's individual ones. So I'm going to be real careful in opening this. And you can see how involved this is. Let's see if I can get this open the whole way here so you can see it. There we go. There's actually people on a ride down here, right there, getting ready to go up the Terror ride. Here we go. We're going to go up. They're going up, up, and when they get to the top, it opens up. And there they are. They're getting ready to go. And I'm going to continue to push this, and you'll see it drop. And there they go. One more time. Up. And down. That's amazing. The gearing on this was a little tricky to put together, but not too bad. It really wasn't that bad. There's so many things in here, I don't really know where to start. This whole mansion is supposedly an Egyptian explorer's mansion. His name was Baron something. And I should have shown you this before I opened this up, but there is a medallion above the stained glass window over here. And when I push it, if you would look right here, it's got the Explorer. And when I push this medallion, I don't know if you can see that, but a pharaoh's head lights up behind him. The ghost of the pharaoh. And there are so many things in this. It comes with a very, very thick book to put together, almost 500 steps. And it's difficult to, that's the one con on this thing. It's very difficult to discern between dark brown, black, and dark gray pieces. And you really need to know the difference between them. Some of them have 2 prongs, some have 3. What I found is better is to use, the iPad has an app. Lego has an app for iPad, and you can see it much better on that. It's much clearer. I did use this most of the time, and just about made me cross-eyed. But I'm going to show you some of the things that are on this. I'm going to walk around here so I can point them out and put my glasses on here. Okay, you can see here, we've got a dangling skeleton. We have like some kind of altar here with a chalice and candlesticks. The front door here opens. It has a control for that. And I'll show you that from the other side. And it's got little candlesticks there too. Spider web here. There's a jar with a skull head in it, which is sort of weird. This, I believe, is the bottom half of the skeleton body. It's got legs here for a Lego person, but it's not there. Here's the ticket counter for the ride down here, and you got a little man taking the tickets. Concessions on there. Here's the name of on the ride car, Manor von Baron. So Baron, I guess that's his name. You can see the pharaoh's head here. I'm going to move over to the other side. Excuse me, Edison. And then over here, This is my favorite part. Here's the organ. Interesting note about this, one of the designers and creators of Lego, I'm going to move this chair so I can sit down. This is sort of hard to, lost one of my tombstones. All this stuff on the side doesn't come with it, I added that. But anyway, one of the creators resigned from the company, but he was an organist. And so when he resigned, they created, and I'll have to show you when I turn it around the back, one of the tombstones has rest in peace, and I think his name on it or his initials on it, which is sort of funny. But anyway, he was an organist. So they came to him to consult about how to put an organ together or what to have on it. So as you can see, it's got the pipes, it's got the two manuals or keyboards, it's got the little stops, which turn on the different ranks or sets of pipes. And there's sort of pedals down there, but not a lot there. It's just sort of something that looks like pedals. But anyway, that's pretty neat. And I'm going to close this now so I can show you the front, which I should have done first. Here, this is the medallion you push to make the Pharaoh ghost light up. And it also says Manor, I think it's Manor von Baron. And when you close the other one, and I just knocked my tree over, knocking everything over here, you can see the entrance to the ride right here. It has a handicapped person in a wheelchair. This opens the door down there. I guess you can see that, the door opening. And it's got some ghosts. Right here is the tombstone, which has the former designer's initials, I believe. His initials are on it. And there's all kinds of stuff. There's snakes and pumpkins and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it was a pretty fun build. A couple times I had a heck of a time figuring out which piece went in, but I finally got it. So that's my Haunted Mansion. That's my biggest project so far, and it is pretty cool. I got this as a birthday present, and I finished it last week, and we changed out the colors on the table here for autumn from blue to goldish orange or bronze, so we could do this today. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got some patience and you'd like this as a Halloween decoration type thing, it's really pretty cool. I have to be very careful to move this. I'm going to put it in the entryway at the front door for Halloween. So I had to be really careful moving this because the walls themselves are pretty solid, but the roof is a little, it snaps in sort of, but it's not real solid. So you have to be careful about that. Well, thank you for being with us today. I know this was sort of different, and Edison's down here. He took my chair. That's why I'm over here on the side. So anyway, thanks again for being with us, and we will be back. Remember, the India Treats review will be in next month, in the beginning of October. And believe it or not, before you know it, it'll be Christmas. We'll see you later on the flip side.